Good morning, everybody. It is Saturday. Welcome to another edition here of Inside Pitch on RJL 518. This is Robert, as usual. Continuing the 1977 One and Gone tournament. Today it's game number 13. We have the number 21 Milwaukee Brewers at 67-95. Here at Memorial Stadium playing the number 5 Baltimore Orioles at 97-64. This is going to be an interesting matchup, I think, although the Brewers are maybe really not in the Orioles league this year in 1977, but I think we can still have a good game. Milwaukee, as you can tell by the stats here, Milwaukee got past the 12 seed, the St. Louis Cardinals, to advance to the second round to play Baltimore. So if the Brewers can get an upset on the Cardinals, maybe they can do the same thing with an upset here in Baltimore. But I think this could be a much different type of game, and I'm hoping for a good one. And we'll see what happens today. So it will be Moose Haas versus Jim Palmer in today's game. It is an American League matchup, so the DHs are available. So, and I wanted to get this game in so I could watch some college football. And then, of course, we got tonight's game. We got the Astros and the Dodgers in the 85 payoff pitch game. So let's get started here. Starting pitcher for the 1977 Baltimore Orioles will be the Jim Palmer, one of the best pitchers ever. 20 wins, 11 losses, a 2.91 ERA. He was exciting, and that was one of his better years he had with the O's. Let's go to the top of the first inning. I will introduce the players as they come to the plate. Leading off for the Brewers will be their designated hitter, and that will be Von Joshua. He will lead off here. Game number 13, continuing the second round of the 77 One and Gone. Palmer's first pitch, 2-5 against the lefty. That is a blank. Joshua 6-1, and that is a hit column into left field. And against the righty, that is a 2, and that is going to be a single for Joshua. Gets a base hit. Leads off with a single. That brings up the shortstop, Hall of Famer Robin Yount. What a player he was. Infield halfway, see if anything on Strat early. That is a 2. Joshua can steal. Let's see. Let's see if he can steal. 11 minus 4 is a 7. Palmer does a great job holding base runners. Dempsey a minus 2 arm, which means Von Joshua would have a 1 to 5 chance to steal. I will call that off and let Yount bat. Palmer's pitch, that's a 5-6. That's a strikeout chance, and a 5 will get him. Palmer strikes out Yount. Memorial Stadium adds 2 to the strikeout rating of the batter. No changes in Walker home run. One man down. The batter is the third baseman, Sal Bando. Anything on Strat again? A 7. Hit and run possibility for Bando. 250 average. How do you strike out? A 9 to strike out. Hit and run opportunity. Why not? We'll call the hit and run. Actually, no. Palmer has 193 strikeouts. Bando will hit. Regular hit, 5-1. That's a blank. Bando, 3-4, and that's a fly ball to left. 1-2 down. Infield goes back to normal. Here is the second baseman, Don Money. Still checking to see if there's anything on Strat. 17, a bunt attempt would be good, but not with 2 outs. What I really do is I roll for Strat to see if there's a pickoff roll. Pretty much with 2 outs, you're really not going to bunt or go a hit and run. Palmer, 6-3. That's at the ballpark. Memorial Stadium, 3-6. That's a hit column roll to left field. That is an 11, and that is a possible home run. That's a possible home run. We got to see if Money does it. And against a right-hander, his home run roll is an 18. So we re-roll the dice. So 1 to 18, Money hits it out of here. It's a 10. It's gone. 2-run hit, home run by Don Money. Jim Palmer, Memorial Stadium helps Money get it out of here. That is a homer. And just like that, a 2-run shot, and the Brewers take a 2-0 lead. Next batter, first baseman Cecil Cooper, as Memorial Stadium groans. Ugh. Still 2 outs, top of the first. Palmer's pitch, 6-5, error grounder. Cooper, 6-2, fly ball center field. There won't be an error there. And that will do it. 2 runs for the Brewers on 2 hits. They take an early 2-0 lead going into the bottom of the first. Starting pitcher for the 1977 Milwaukee Brewers will be Moose Haas. He was 10-12 with a 4.33 ERA. It's good that the Brewers did get an early lead on Palmer. Now we'll see if the Orioles, with this very good lineup, can come back. Center fielder Al Bumbry leads off for the O's in the bottom of the first. Haas, a 2-6. That's a blank. Bumbry, 5-3, ground out to first. Second, coming up is second baseman Billy Smith. 1-2 against the switch hitter. That's going to be a blank because Smith is hitting from the left side. 3-2, fly ball to right. And now right fielder Ken Singleton. This guy could hit in 77. Good hitter. Haas, 3-3, range play. Singleton, 6-2, star line 5, ground ball to short. The ball is hit the Yount. His range was a 2 in 77. And he's not going to make the play. That'll get by him for a hit. Singleton gets to first. That will bring up the Oriole designated hitter, Lee May. He's the DH in this game. Any pickoff play? No. Haas will pitch. And that is a 2-3. And that is a hit column roll to center field. And against the righty, that is going to be a 7. And that's going to be a single for Lee May. That's a base hit. Singleton's base running rating is a 2, becomes a 3, and that's a S8. So that becomes a -1 for Singleton. So it's a 2. Hit the center field. Bry has no arm. So a 1-2. Singleton will make it the third. It is a 4. He has to hold it second. Runners at first and second now for this guy. First baseman Eddie Murray, heck of a hitter as well. Hall of Famer, by the way, deservedly so. Any pickoff? No. Haas with the pitch. 2-4. That's a blank. Murray, 1-4. And against a righty, that is a single past second base. That is a base hit. Singleton's base running rating is a 2, becomes a 3. Past second, in order to get from second to home on a single past second, it needs to be a 2. He will score. Lee May, his base running rating is also a 3. In order to get to first base, in order to get to third base, it needs to be a 3 on a single past second. He will make it. So he will go to third. Murray goes to first, and it's 2-1. RBI single by Murray. 2-1. Stadium cheers. Yay! After 2 quick outs, Moose Haas in a little bit of trouble. Here is the catcher, Rick Dempsey. Still with 2 outs. Anything on the strat is 7. Nope. Haas will pitch. 6-2. That's at the ballpark. Dempsey 1-6. And Memorial Stadium 1-6, star line 3, grounds out to first, and that will end the inning. Orioles get one back on 3 hits at the end of 1. The Brewers lead it 2-1 in this one and gone tournament. I got 3 people listening. Nobody's chatting yet, so I'll see who the first person will be here in the chat to say hello. And if you don't want to, that's okay too. You can just sit by and watch. Top of the second, Leading off for the Brew Crew will be right fielder Sixto Lezcano. We'll see if Palmer recovers from the first inning. 5-5 at the ballpark. Memorial Stadium 3-4, fly out the left. Next up is center fielder Steve Bry. I gave him the call here. Lucas McCain says hello. Welcome, sir, to Memorial Stadium for another edition of Inside Pitch. Hope you're having a pleasant morning. Palmer's pitch, 3-5. That's a possible error. Bry, 2-6. That's a fly ball to right field. And that ball is hit to Singleton. His error rating is a 3. That's a 17. He won't have a problem with that. He'll put it away. 2 down. Here is left fielder Jim Wolford. Palmer, 2-2, wild pitch, ball 1. 1-4, walk plus 10. A 20 is still gonna be too high. Wolford only becomes a 17, so no walk. Wolford does hit a 1-3, and he flies out to center. So all 3 Brewer batters fly out, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for the great Jim Palmer. Bottom of the second coming up. Here is third baseman Doug DeCinces. Always felt he was underrated. Doug DeCinces as a ball player. Always felt he was a little underrated. I always thought he was at least above average. And he was a good fielder, too. Haas pitch, 5-1. Possible home run check, and that's going to be gone. A straight home run check. DeCinces against the righty is a 14. That's a 3. Goodbye. It's out of here. And we got a tie game. So as soon as I say something good about Doug DeCinces, he blasts one of those 19 homers he had that year in 1977. We are tied at 2. Deuces wild on the balls on the scoreboard. Shortstop Mark Belanger will come up to bat. Now tied at 2 here between the Brew Crew and the O's. I watched your Mets this morning. It was funny waiting for Reds fans. I know I didn't get any, Michael. I don't know where they were. Did win the game. My Mets did win the game, although it was a little closer than I liked it to be. 4-3 strikeout chance. A 15 is going to be too high. So Belanger will swing 4-1, and that's a base hit for Belanger. It's a single to center. I did make a little mistake. I gave Mookie Wilson a home run by accident. It didn't really outcome the game. It would have been a 5-4, but it's my mistake, so I just attributed it to umpires blowing a call. So I hit the top of the fence. They ruled it a home run. What are you going to do? The game was at Shea Stadium. Sometimes you got to get a little home cooking. Here is Pat Kelly. Runner on first, infield halfway. See if anything on Strat. And that is a 10. Nothing happening. Pitch from Haas, and that is a 5-6 range play. Kelly, 4-2, ground ball to second base. The ball is hit to money. His range is a 4, and he will make it. Actually, it's a 3 because the infield's halfway, but he still makes the play. Do we get a double play? Double play 3, 4, 5. It was hit to second, so Yount's double play rate arm is a +1. That is a 6. It's an automatic double play. Kelly and Belanger are out, 2 down. Automatic double play. Brewers had a pretty decent infield. Top of the order for the Orioles. Here is Bunbury. Joe West was the umpire. Yeah, possible. That was my bad. I got to make mistakes on that. I'm still getting used to the 85 cards. Now, even though it's the same ball game, it's not the same season. The 85 season cards are so different from the 94s. Haas's pitch, 3-3, range play again. Bunbury, 4-3. That's a single to second base. And again, money's going to get called upon. This time the infield is normal. And a 1-4 and a 2, he'll make the play. Turns that single into a ground out, and the inning is over. Orioles do get 1 run on 2 hits, and we are tied at 2 at the end of 2. Deuces Wild on the scoreboard. Top of the 3rd coming up. The great Palmer back on the mound. Here's the catcher for the Brewers, Charlie Moore. Let's see, is that for my mom or that is? Oh, mom will get that. Okay. So here's the pitch to Moore. It's weird not having the EP. Yeah, right? 1-4, walk plus 10. That makes it a 21 for Moore. He will go to first. Palmer walks the catcher. Here's the DH, Vaughn Joshua. Anything on Strat? And a 6. That would be negative. Charlie Moore, 2 plus 1 is 3, but in order for a hit and run is a 5. Infield halfway. Expansion team's not in the game. Yeah, no Marlins, no Marlins and no Rockies. Exactly. No Marlins or Rockies, at least in 94. But it's not just because, I don't know, it's just the season plays totally different so far. I've played only a few games of the 85 season, and it plays totally different, which is good. It should. 2-2. It's a wild 2-2 on Palmer. A possible wild pitch in a 12 is not going to be 1, and that's ball 1. They'll do it again. Palmer, 2-2. Again, another possible wild pitch. That's an 11, and it's still not 1. Ball 2. 3-1. Strikeout chance. 2. That's good. Struck him out. He gets Joshua. 1 out. Here's Robin Yount. See if anything again on Strat. A 20. Possible pickoff. A 19. Nothing happened. No pickoff. Palmer will pitch to Yount. Tim Pepper says, good morning from a rainy SoCal. And I'll say good morning from a rainy SoFla. Because we are about to get smacked by a little tropical storm. That's in about tomorrow, I believe. Palmer's pitch. 6-4. Possible home run check against a righty. That is a 0. So nothing happening there. But Yount gets the swing. 5-6. Fly out to center. 2 down now. Infield goes back to normal. Here is Sal Bando. I'll roll Strat. And a 4. Not going to hit and run with 2 outs. Palmer's pitch. 6-4. That's another possible home run check. Question mark. But a 0 there for Palmer. Makes that a blank. Bando will hit 5-6, and he grounds out to second, and that will end the inning. A leadoff walk, but that's all the Brewers get. We go to the bottom of the 3rd, tied at 2. In this one-and-gone tournament. And you're in dry Texas, watching College Game Day. Yep, got 3 great football games to watch today. Michigan, Indiana, Florida, Georgia, and, of course, Clemson, Notre Dame. Those are the 3 marquee matchups. My Hurricanes did squeak by a win over North Carolina State, and I watched a little bit of that Brigham Young Boise State game last night, and Brigham Young just looks really, really good. But, again, they're not playing the teams that everybody else does. Moose Haas will pitch to Billy Smith, who leads off bottom of the 3rd here in this 2-2 tie between these 2 American League rivals. 6-6 on Haas, strikeout chance. 15 will get him. 2 is added to Billy Smith's ratings. That's a 16, and that will get him. Memorial Stadium helps out Haas. 1 out. Ken Singleton comes up. 1-1, ball 1, wild pitch disregarded. 1-1 again, ball 2, wild pitch disregarded. 3-5, strikeout chance. A 1 will get Singleton. That strikeout off of Haas, 2 down. Here's Lee May. He's the DH for the Orioles in this game. Close friend plays for Miami, number 15, Jalen Phillips. Yes! His name, I think, was called a couple of times last night. Haas with the pitch, 3-1. That's a home run, question mark. against the righty. Needs to be a 1-6. A 17 will be too high. So it goes as a blank. May will get the swing. 5-1, and that's a fly ball to right. And a 1-2-3 inning for Haas. And we stay tied at 2 here between the Brewers and the Orioles. Top of the 4th. Here comes Palmer. And Don Money leads off for the Brewers. He hit a home run his last time up. Palmer, 2-6, strikeout chance, 3. That'll get him. 1 down. And now here is Cecil Cooper, very good hitting first baseman. Palmer, 5-5 at the ballpark. 6-4, Memorial Stadium says a ground out to second. And now Sixto Lezcano. Having a little fun here. 2-1, Jim Palmer, righty. That is an automatic out. And that's going to be a fly out to left. 1-2-3 inning for Palmer. The Brewers scored 2 in the first, but have been kept quiet since then. Palmer has settled down and doing what he's supposed to do. Here comes Moose Haas in the bottom of the 4th. Still has to deal with a very powerful Orioles lineup. Here is Hall of Famer Eddie Murray. He's 1 for 1. 4-6 on Haas. That is a walk plus 10. And that 18 is going to get it. Because Murray's 8 becomes an 18. And he will trot down to first. Leadoff walk for Murray. Here is Rick Dempsey. Anything on Strat? A 19. Dempsey, the bunt here, has got a very good bunt rating. Let's see here. Bunt rating of 5. His average is 226. Yes, we will bunt with Dempsey. So the bunt is on. Here's the pitch. It's a 3-3. It's a range play that is counted. Now we roll. Now we roll for the bunt. A range play is looked at. The bunt is hit. The bunt is hit back to the first baseman, which is Cecil Cooper. His range is a 3. His range is a 3. First thing is we got to do is see if he makes the play. So he needs to roll. Now the infield was halfway, so his range is actually, but he is actually in. He is actually in. So on a bunt attempt, it's a -2, but he would be in on that. No, his range is an in, so 2 is added to his range. So actually his range becomes a 5. So even though it's halfway, but on a bunt, halfway, his bunt rating is a +1. So it's a 4. So a 1-4, he makes the play. It's a 6. That is a base hit. That is going to go as a hit. That is a hit. And runners advance 1 base on a failed range play on a bunt. So a play by Cecil Cooper, he couldn't make it, and runners at first and second. And that goes as a hit. And now Doug DeCinces. Cecil Cooper couldn't make the play. It was a 19, and with a bunt rating of a 4, that would have been a great bunt anyway. So nice chance by Cooper, but he couldn't make the play on it. Here's Doug DeCinces, still nobody out, infield halfway. 4-2 on Haas's card, strikeout chance of 4 will get him. Big strikeout on DeCinces. He hit a home run his first time up. Mark Belanger. Anything on Strat? 16. Belanger could try a bunt. Runners at first and second. And he bats 206. Runners at first and second, no, you hit away. Haas will pitch. 2-6 against the righty. Strikeout +10. And that will get Belanger. Strikes out the next batter, 2 down. Infield goes back to normal. Now the batter is Pat Kelly. Strat roll says an 8, nothing happening. Haas will pitch. 4-3, strikeout. 6 is going to get Kelly. So he allows a walk, a base hit, and then strikes out the side. No runs and a hit for Baltimore. Still tied at 2 at the end of 4. How about Moose Haas getting it done? Top of the 5th coming up here at Memorial Stadium. Steve Bry leads off for the Brew Crew. Palmer's pitch, 2-2, ball 1. 4-4, range play at the park. Memorial Stadium 3-1, that's a fly ball to center field, and that is Al Bumbry out there. His range is a 3. He will make the catch, 1 out. Nice play by Bumbry to cut it off to make the out. Here's Jim Wolford. Palmer, 1-1. Strikeout chance, 22 high. Wolford, 6-2. Ground out to short. And now here is Charlie Moore. Palmer's pitch. That is a 1-3. And against the righty, that is a star line. And that's going to be a fly out to right. And the inning is over. 1-2-3 inning for Palmer. Nothing across for the Brew Crew. Stays a 2-2 game. As Bob B joins me here from sunny Connecticut. Going to the bottom of the 5th inning. Good to have you here, Mr. Bob. Got a tie game here in this game number 13 of my 1977 one and gone tournament between the Brewers and the Orioles. Haas will pitch to Bumbry. Haas with the pitch. 2-5. Double question mark, and a 1 against the lefty is going to be an automatic out. And that is going to be a ground out to first. Bumbry has grounded out all 3 times. Here's Billy Smith. 2-4, that's a blank. Smith, 3-6. Single past the second baseman. Smith will go to first. That's his first hit of the game. It will bring up Ken Singleton. Strat roll says a 3. Billy Smith can steal if he wants. Stolen base rating 12. -1 from Haas is 11. Moore has no arm. A 1-11 for Billy Smith to steal. Singleton at bat. No, not with the guy that bats 328. They will call that off, and I will let Singleton hit away. Did Memorial Stadium have short 309 dimensions down the lines, but with something like 15-foot high walls? Yes, it did. And that's why Memorial Stadium had 136 home runs in 77 and has a home run in 2 of the boxes, and up top is a 9-15. So, yes, they had 136 homers in Memorial in 77. Pitch from Haas, and that is a 3-2 possible hit by pitch. No hit by an 8. 2 -6 is a negative, so Singleton will swing. 3-2, he singles past first base. That's a base hit. Billy Smith's base running rating is a 2, and that's all he needs to get to third, and he's got it. Smith will go to third base. Singleton has a hit. And now a chance for Lee May. 1 out. Infield still halfway, and they're going to call. Do they call the double? They're going to try for the double play, so they're going to keep the infield back. Anything on Strat? Let's see what Strat roll says. A 12, nothing. Haas will pitch. That's a 6-1 strikeout chance. 17 is going to just miss it. So May gets the swing, and that is a 3-5, and that's a ground ball to third. Ground ball to third base. Double play rating 3. +1 is a 4. Second baseman pivot rating is money. +1 is a 5. A 1 to 5, they turn the double play and get out of it. It is a 1, and they do. Ground ball to third, throws to second, throws to first, double play. Brewers are out of it. 5-4-3 double play. No runs on 2 hits as Baltimore is kept off the scoreboard. As the Brewers make the right call and keep the infield in halfway. Fans here in Memorial Stadium getting a little nervous. Top of the 6th. Palmer comes back out, and it is the top of the order for the Brew Crew in Von Joshua. That is a 2-2. That's ball 1. 5-3. Walk +10, and that would be a 21, and Joshua will walk. Here's Robin Yount. Anything on Strat? A 19. Yount could bunt if he wants to. Von Joshua, he could bunt if he wants to. I just don't know if I really want to bunt with Robin Yount. He does bat 288, but double play ratings 2. And then you got Sal Bando coming up to bat. I don't know. Do we? Forever Main 90 joins me here at Memorial Stadium. I don't know. Do I bunt with Yount? Do I let him hit away? Let's see here. Do I let him bunt or do I let him hit away? 288 average, bunt rating of 5. It's a very good bunter. I don't know. Becomes a 4 with the infield halfway, actually, the bunt attempt. I'll let him hit away. Call off the bunt. Yount will hit. Palmer, 6-3 at the ballpark. Yount, Memorial Stadium, 5-4. That's a hit column roll into right field. That's going to be a 10, and that is a possible home run. That is a possible home run on Memorial Stadium. Robin Yount's home run rating, though, against a righty is a 3. The only way this gets out, he has to roll a 3. If not, it's going to be a fly out. It's a 6, and he flies out to right. Well hit ball. Well hit ball by Yount, but just couldn't get out of the park. What's 1 out? Here's Sal Bando. Strat roll says an 18. He's not doing anything. Palmer, 3-4. Against a righty, that is a star line. And a 3, that's going to be a ground ball to short. Bando's double play rating 2, nothing from Palmer. +1 is a 3. Second base for Baltimore, +1 is a 4. A 1 to 4, they turn double play. It is a 6. They do not, so Von Joshua advances to second. The only play was at first. 2 outs. And now Don Money comes up to bat. Money hit a home run earlier. Infield normal. Joshua on at second. And we'll see if there's anything on Strat, which it says is an 8. Nothing. Palmer's pitch. That is a 5-2. That's a star line. He'll get out of the inning on a fly out to right. Brewers get a base runner, but can't do anything with him. We go to the bottom of the 6th, tied at 2. Palmer says, just give me one more run. I got this. So far, he's pitching very well. Both teams at a 2-2 tie here. And thank you very much, Forever Maine, for catching that and payoff pitch last night. Well appreciated. Well appreciated. And yes, sometimes the payoff pitch cards might not make so much sense. But like I said, no game engine is perfect. Moose Haas will come on to pitch for the Brew Crew. Bottom of the 6th inning, tied at 2. Here is Eddie Murray leading off for the O's. He is 1 for 1. Haas, 4-1. Strikeout chance. 2. Gets him. He strikes out Eddie Murray. And now Rick Dempsey. Haas 2-4 blank. Dempsey 6-6 ground out to first. And now Doug DeCinces. Haas 6-2 at the ballpark. Memorial Stadium 2-1. Ground out to third. Side retired. 1-2-3 inning for Haas. And he's going to be tired after the next batter. But we are still tied at 2 at the end of 6. Who's going to break through here? And who will move on in this tournament? Top of the 7th. Jim Palmer has plenty of gas left. He can go 33 batters before getting tired. He can go at least another round. Cecil Cooper leads off for the Brewers. The top of the 7th inning. 1 and gone. Brewers and the Orioles. To let you guys know, the next game scheduled in my 1977 1 and gone is game number 14, and that is the California Angels. They're taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. So that will be tomorrow. California at Philadelphia. Game number 14 in this set. Palmer will pitch. 3-4. And against a lefty, that's a blank. Cooper, 4-1 against a righty. That is a ground ball to first. That's a ground out. Sixto Lezcano will come up to bat. Palmer, 1-3 against a righty. That's an automatic out, and it will be a fly out to center. 2 down. Here's Steve Bry. 5-4 on Palmer. Range play. Bry, 2-1. Fly ball to left field. That ball is hit to Kelly. His range is a 2. He will make the play. Side retired. Fly out to left. Nothing going on. We are at the 7th inning stretch, still tied at 2 between these two ball clubs. Bottom of the 7th coming up. Moose Haas. Let's see who bats here. Got a right, left, and a left. Moose Haas will probably pitch to the next batter, which is Mark Belanger. Then they'll probably bring in a new pitcher. So bottom of the 7th inning, Mark Belanger will bat against Haas. Still tied at 2 here. A good game at Memorial Stadium. 6-3 on Haas. That's a blank. Belanger, 1-3. Single into right field. That's a base hit. Belanger holds it first. Here comes Pat Kelly, and we will see a new pitcher as Haas is done. See who the Brewers want to bring in. Got a couple of lefties up, so I'm pretty sure we'll see a left-handed pitcher for the Brewers. And they will bring in, their bullpen is kind of meh. It was the 7th inning, and he can only pitch to 4 batters, so he gets tired. Jeez. They're going to go ahead and bring in Mike Caldwell. He will pitch for the Brewers. 5-8, a save, and 4.46 ERA. He is a lefty, so he'll go up against Pat Kelly. Runner on first. Strat roll says a 10. Belanger, 4 minus 1 is a 3. No, nothing happening. Infield halfway. Kelly with the pitch. Okay, Caldwell, 5-5. Error grounder. Kelly, 5-3. That is a ground ball to second base. The ball is hit the money. His error rating is a 5. That's an 11. So there's no error. Pat Kelly's double play rating is a 3. Nothing from Caldwell. +1 is a 4. The ball was at the second. Yount's arm is a +1, is a 5. A 1 to 5, they turn 2. And they do. And that is a 4-6-3 double play. 2 outs. Nice play by Money. The batter now will be Al Bunbury. Bunbury is 0 for 3. Philip Reynolds says, hey, what's up? Welcome to Memorial Stadium, 1977. 2 outs, infield normal. Got a tie game here in the bottom of the 7th. When is golf? Monday. Front 9 will be Monday. I already did the qualifying. You know I did the qualifying. So Monday, front 9. I'm not going to do it on the weekends, not with football. It just takes way too long. I want to watch college. Mike Caldwell will pitch 3-5. That's a blank. Bunbury, 4-1. Ground out the 3rd inning over. And Al Bunbury has grounded out all 4 times he's been at bat. No runs and a hit. We are still tied at 2 here at Memorial Stadium as the Brewers are giving the Orioles all they can handle. Top of the 8th. And what is golf? What do you mean? And what do you mean when is golf, Philip? Where were you with the Reds last night in my Mets? Where were you? You weren't there. Your Reds played my Mets and you weren't there. I don't like you no more. Let's see. Top of the 8th inning. We got Jim Wolford leading off for the Brewers. He was at church. You were at church? You mean you put church above a Reds Mets game from 85 that I was going to do? You got to get your priorities straightened out, bro. Palmer will pitch. 4-1 against the righty. Strikeout +10. That becomes an 18, and down will go Wolford. Struck him out. Here is Charlie Moore. Church always comes first. Whatever. I understand. Palmer will pitch. 3-2 against the righty. Strikeout chance. 17 will be too high. Moore will swing. 2-3. Starline 1. Flies out to center. 2 outs. Top of the order for the Brewers. Here's Vaughn Joshua. Palmer, 1-6, strikeout chance. A 4 will get Joshua. And Palmer's doing his job. Nothing there for the Brewers. Ever since the 1st inning, Palmer's pitched pretty much non-hit ball. But it's a 2-2 tie as the Brewers right now just can't get past Jim Palmer. We go to the bottom of the 8th. See what the Brewers want to do. We got 2 switch hitters and a lefty and a righty coming up. They're going to, let's see what you got here. Might bring in a pinch hitter, a new pitcher for the Brewers. Let's see what we want to do. Yeah. New pitcher coming in from Milwaukee. Caldwell's going to come out, and coming in to pitch will be Barry Court. He was 1-1 with a 3.33 ERA. More of he started in relief that inning. Above Reds and Tiger Woods and Jack Nicklaus. Yeah, I understand that. Barry Court will pitch to Billy Smith. Bottom of the 8th inning, tied at 2. That's a 1-3. That's a blank. Billy Smith, 6-4. That's a hit column roll into center field. And that's a 5 against a righty. Billy Smith's got himself a hit. That's the 2nd hit of the game for Billy Smith. He will hold it first and bring up Ken Singleton. Infield half. Anything on Strat? 13, nothing happening. Court, 4-5. That's a range play. Singleton, 2-5. Starline, 4. That's a ground ball to short. The ball is hit to Yount. His range is a 2, becomes a 1 because the infield is halfway. He's not making that play. That's going to get by him. That's a base hit. So it's a single six. Billy Smith has to have a 5 rating to get to third. He will not. He will hold it second. Base hit by Singleton. Singleton gets it by Yount. That's the 3rd hit of the game for Singleton. Now the Orioles are in business with Lee May coming up. Even above Jack. I love to meet a woman that loves sports. I thought you were already married, Phil. Thought you were already married. Runners at first and second. Barry Court will now pitch to May. No one out. Now the Orioles have a big chance to take the lead before getting to the top of the 9th. And I think the Brewers may make a pitching change. Let me see if I want to do that. You got a right switch, right. Nope, they're going to leave Court out there. Anything on Strat? A 19. Lee May's bunt rating is a 1. Nope, no bunt. So here it goes. Court will pitch. 1-2. That's a strikeout. 7. Strikeout chance. 7. Gets May. Big strikeout by Barry Court. 1 out. Now, can you get out the dangerous Eddie Murray? With runners at first and second. Tim Pepper says, give me that 3-run Jimmy Jack. That's a 3. Billy Smith has not going to steal. No steal chance and no hit and run. So Murray's going to hit. Eddie Murray had 27 homers in 77. Court's pitch. 6-1. Strikeout chance. 19 too high. Murray swings 4-3. Ground ball to first. Murray's double play rating is a 3. 0 from Court plus 1 is a 4. It's hit to first base, so the shortstop is the pivot guy, which is Yount. Plus 1 is a 5. A 1-5, they get out of the inning. And it's a 6. So that means that Smith and Singleton will move up. Murray is out. A 1-5, and they get a 6. And keeps the inning alive. Are you kidding me? Now it'll be up to Rick Dempsey. Rick Dempsey batted .226. Let's see if the Orioles want to go to the bench. And they have another catcher, first of all. They do. This is the 8th inning, right? Not the 9th. Let's see here. I can pitch hit for Dempsey. And usually in this case, I go by at bats. Instead of statistics. If it was the 9th inning, I would go by stats. No matter what the card rating was. Runners at second and third, you need a hit. Rick Dempsey's going to come out, and Dave Skaggs is going to come in. Skaggs will also take over at catcher. Not as good as ratings as Dempsey. But he can hit .287. Dave Skaggs will pinch hit for Dempsey against Barry Court in the bottom of the 8th inning. Never heard of him. Well, he's there. 2 outs. Runners at second and third. Anything on Strat? A 6. Nothing happening. So Barry Court will pitch to Skaggs. Court's pitch, 3-2. Home run, question mark. A 15, though, is going to be too high against either one. But Skaggs gets the hit. That is a 6-3. And it's a star line, too. He grounds out to second. And the inning is over. No runs. 2 hits. And it still stays remain at 2. Oh, my. Baltimore. Great opportunity and couldn't do it. Top of the ninth inning. Jim Palmer is still strong. He can pitch to 5 batters before getting tired. Robin Yount will lead off. Palmer's pitch. 6-2 against a righty. That's a home run check. But a 3 is going to be too low for that 13. But Yount gets the swing. That's a 2-5, and he lines out to short. Again, Robin Yount is asked to maybe hit a home run, but he couldn't do it. He only had 4 homers that year. Here's Sal Bando with 1 out. Then Palmer says, really? Yep. 3-1 Palmer, strikeout chance, 2 gets him. 2 men down. And now Don Money. 2-4 on Palmer, error on a throw. Money, 1-4. That's a single. That's a base hit. That's a single past third. Or actually a possible that's actually an infield single. And that is a 12. The third baseman for ball is DeCinces. His error rating is a 9, so there's no error. But Money is safe at first with a 2-out single. That's Money's second hit of the game. And now a chance for Cecil Cooper with 2 outs. Palmer's pitch. Actually, nope, got to roll Strat first. I'm sorry. Strat, 19. Cooper's not bunting. Palmer's pitch. 6-3 at the ballpark. Memorial Stadium, 6-2. Ground out to short. Inning over. No runs and a hit for the Brewers. Good pitchers matchup coming up here. We now go to the bottom of the 9th. Doug DeCinces is the batter. Barry Court's going to be done as he is now listed as tired. So we got this. You got 2 rights and a lefty coming in. And the Brewers, it's the 9th inning, so they're going to bring in their best reliever. And that actually is their closer. And that's going to be Bob McClure. Even though he's a lefty, he's the best pitcher they got in the bullpen. 2-1, 6 saves, a 2.52 ERA. They're going to ask Bob McClure to pitch this inning and get it into extras. Doug DeCinces against McClure. The only thing about McClure, though, he only pitched to 4 batters before he gets tired. But they're going to take their chances in extras. DeCinces, McClure's pitch. 6-1, strikeout chance. 16 will be too high. DeCinces, 4-3, fly out the left. Here is Mark Belanger. McClure, 5-1, ball 1. Wild pitch disregarded, that's a ball. 5-3, walk plus 10. That makes that a 22 for Belanger, and he walks. So Bob McClure puts the winning run on base. That is the 3rd time Belanger has been on base. Belanger actually had a good game today. He is 2 for 3. And now a chance for Pat Kelly against McClure. 1 out. And I will check to see if Baltimore wants to bring in a pinch hitter. But with the 256 average, the answer is going to be no. So Kelly will bat. Anything on Strat? A 17. Kelly can bunt if he wants to. Batter is Al Bumbry. Do you play small ball here and put the winning run in scoring position? I don't know. What do you think here? What do you think here? Might miss the start of the Michigan IU game. That's okay. Donald Cummings now joins Memorial Stadium. What do you think here? Pat Kelly has a chance to bunt. Do we bunt and try to move Belanger over to second? Do I let Pat Kelly bat? He's got a 256 average. It's lefty on lefty against McClure. What do you guys think? The bunt can be available. The bunt's available. Do I bunt? Try to move the winning run into second base? Philip Reynolds says bunt. He's first. We will go ahead and bunt. Infield is halfway, so his bunt rating then becomes with the infielders halfway, bunt ratings reduced to 4 as well, and the range is increased by 1. McClure gets the roll though. That's a 4-6, and that is a hit by pitch. 7 minus 4 is a 3. That's going to be disregarded. He's not going to hit him. So now Kelly gets the bunt. It is a 5. It's bunted to third base. So it is bunted to DeCinces. That is a 12. Bunt rating reduced to 4. And that's going to be a successful sacrifice. Not DeCinces. That's bunted to Bando. And that's going to be a successful sacrifice bunt. Belanger will move to second. And Kelly is out. 2 down. So runners on second base, 2 outs now. The winning run is in scoring position, and the chance for the Orioles will be Al Bunbury. And that was a sacrifice hit to 5. So now Al Bunbury will try to win it for the Orioles here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Bob McClure for the Brewers trying to hold. Belanger on its second. Winning run. Anything on Strat? I'll still check a Strat roll. That's an 11 because there's still a possible pickoff play by McClure. So there's not. Here we go. McClure's pitch. 3-2. Strikeout chance. 2 gets him. Al Bunbury goes down on strikes. No runs. Nothing going on. Free baseball here. Get your free baseball. We got extras. We have extra innings coming up. We are tied at 2. We go to the top of the 10th inning. Doesn't free baseball come with a free beer? Absolutely. Free beer for everyone. Top of the 10th. We are tied at 2 in this game between the Brewers and the Orioles. Old ex-National League, American League East Division rivals at the time. Palmer is the pitcher, and he is due to get tired after one batter. The batter coming up first for the Brewers will be Sixto Lezcano. And they're going to let Palmer pitch, but we're going to see the bullpen coming in. As Palmer really can't go any further. He will pitch to Lezcano, though. Palmer, 6-6. And against a righty, that's a blank. Lezcano, 5-1, fly out the right. 1 man down. Next batter is Steve Bry. Palmer, they'll let him pitch a little bit longer. Try to avoid the tired boxes. Palmer's pitch, 6-2. And against a righty, that's a home run check. A 10, however, is going to be 2, but an 18 will be too high. That's a blank. Bry gets the swing, though. That's a 2-2, and he flies out to center. Can Palmer finish this inning? Here is Jim Wolford. Palmer, 3-2. Against the righty, strikeout chance. 3 gets him. And Palmer's still strong. They leave him in there. And nothing across for the Brewers. Still tied at 2. We go to the bottom of the 10th inning, and that's going to be it for McClure. As the Brewers now have to go to the pen. And they got 2 switch hitters coming in and a righty. So the Brewers are just going to bring in the best pitcher they have left after McClure, and I'll check and see who that is. 4, 4, 4, 5. 6. Remember, I do not use fatigue. So every pitcher that pitched in a previous game, he can pitch. He can a relief pitcher. Starting pitchers, however, are different. They are out. And I know for a fact Jim Slayton is available, but as a relief pitcher, he pitched the first game. Man, the Brewer bullpen is just not that great. They're going to go with Bill Castro. Thank you, Forever Maine. And I have my views on that, of course, but this is not, I am going to keep my mouth shut for I do not wish to insult anybody in my chat. Bill Castro will pitch to Billy Smith, bottom of the 10th inning. Smith is 2 for 4. Here's the pitch. And that is a 6-4 for Castro. Strikeout chance 4 gets Smith. 1 out. Next batter is Ken Singleton. He can win this game with 1 blast. 1 out. Tied at 2. Bottom of the 10th inning. Castro's pitch. That's a 3-5. That's a blank. Singleton, 4-1 against the righty. He grounds out to second. 2 down. Brewers pitching is doing their absolute best to keep these Orioles from winning. Here is Lee May. He's the DH. Lee May is 1 for 4. 2-1. That's a blank off of Castro. May, 2-1. He grounds out to first, and we got more baseball coming. At the end of 10, we are still tied at 2 in a heck of a duel here at Memorial Stadium. We go to the top of the 11th inning. Jim Palmer has pitched 10 innings so far, and they have to go to the pen. He's got to come out. 2 rights and a lefty in this lineup coming up. So the So the Orioles will go ahead and see who they're going to bring in to pitch. And coming in to pitch for the Orioles will be Dick Drago. 6-4, 5 saves, a 3.41 ERA. Drago will come in to pitch. Top of the 11th inning, tied at 2. That is a 2-4 for Drago. That's a walk chance, and a 12 against the right-handed pitcher will be too high. I'm sorry, wait a minute. Let me check that. 11, yeah, too high. Charlie Moore, 2-2, grounds out to second. 1 down. Next batter is Vaughn Joshua. Drago, 4-5. That's at the ballpark. Memorial Stadium, 6-4, ground out to second. 2 outs. And now Robin Yount. Drago, 5-4. And against a righty, that's going to be a single past Drago. That's a pitcher. That's going to be a base hit past him. Yount gets to first. And that is Robin Yount's first hit of the game. He is now 1 for 5. Took him long enough to get a hit. And now here is Sal Bando. Can Bando move Yount over, or can he score him? I will roll for Strat. That's a 6. Nothing happening. Drago will pitch. 6-4. That's a blank. Bando, 1-6, popped out to second base, side retired. No runs and a hit for the Brewers. Who is going to break through? Who is going to score? We go to the bottom of the 11th, tied at 2. Here is Castro. Eddie Murray leads off for the Orioles. The winner of this game will play the Los Angeles Dodgers in the third round. Castro can pitch to 3 batters before tiring. Here's the pitch from Castro. 1-1. That's a blank. He's not tired. Murray, 6-3, single past first base. And he is on first. Murray's second hit of the game. And now a chance for Dave Skaggs, who came in for Dempsey. Infield halfway. Anything on Strack? It's a 5. Nothing going on. Castro will pitch to Skaggs. Winning run on first. 3-4 from Castro. Range play. Skaggs, 6-6 against a righty. That's a fly ball to center field. The ball is hit to Bry. His range is a 5. He rolls a 4 and he's going to make the play. 1 out. Steve Bry has a range of 5 out there. Made it look easy. Murray stays at first. And now a chance for Doug DeCinces with 1 out. Castro's pitch. 5-6. Possible error. DeCinces, 4-3. That's a fly ball to left field. That's hit to Wolford. His error rating is a 4. That's a 20. He will make the catch. No problem. 2 outs. And now the batter is Mark Belanger. Castro is now tired. So they're going to see if they can get him one more hit. Or one more bat. 2 outs. Infield now normal. Bottom of the 11th, tied at 2. Who's going to break through in this game? Anything on Strack? An 18. Belanger's not going to bunt. Castro's pitch. 3-3 against a righty. That's a strikeout chance. 5 gets him. No runs and a hit for the Orioles. Still tied at 2 at the end of 11. We got a marathon here at Inside Pitch. We go to the top of the 12th inning. Dick Drago staying out there. After this batter, he will be tired. Don Money, though, will bat, leading it off for the Brewers. Hope you guys are sticking around. Got a heck of a game going on here. We're in the 12th inning, 1 and gone. Drago will pitch to Money. That's a 5-6. That's a blank. Money, 1-4. Single past third. Base hit. Money goes to first. And that is Money's 3rd hit of the game. He's 3 for 5 with 2 singles and a homer. The batter now is Cecil Cooper, and that is going to be it for Drago. As now tired, you don't want to get any runners out there. And they will bring in a new pitcher for the Orioles. And they're going to go with Tippy Martinez. 5-1, 9 saves, 2.70 ERA. Martinez will pitch to Cooper. Infield halfway, looking for the double play. Tippy Martinez pitching to Cooper. Can the Brewers pull off another upset? The Brewers beat the Cardinals, And now they're giving the Orioles a run for their money. Anything on Strat? A 12. Nothing. Martinez will pitch. 1-1. Range play. Cooper. 1-6. Single to right field. Possible. The ball is hit to Singleton. His range is a 2. Does he turn this into a flyout? He does not. That is going to be a base hit. It is a single. Money's base running rating is a 3. You add 2. It makes it a 5. And the right field is Singleton. You add 2. He has not a good arm. It's a 7. Money automatically makes third base without a throw. Cooper on to first. And the Brewers are in business. Runners at the corners, no out. And here is Sixto Lezcano. Infield in. Baltimore not going to take any chances. Tippy Martinez will pitch to Lezcano. A big base hit by Cooper. Martinez, anything on Strat? A 12. Nothing happening. Martinez with the pitch. That's a 3-2. Strikeout chance. 8 gets him. He strikes out Lezcano. 1 out. The batter now is Bry. Really shouldn't be rolling Strat, but I am, even though really that's just for the pickoff attempt for Martinez. That's an 18. Bry has a bunt attempt. A chance for a squeeze bunt. Money's base running rating is a 3. A chance for a squeeze. Bry's batting average, 249. Okay, chat, let me ask you. A bunt is available. Do we try to squeeze bunt and try to get money in on a squeeze? Anybody have any ideas? Or do I have Bry hit away with the infield in and 1 out? What do you guys think? Somebody make a call for me on this one. Squeeze bunt available. Do we try to squeeze the runner in? Forever Main says swing away. Very well. Bry will hit. Runners at the corners. 1 out, but the infield is in. Martinez will pitch. 3-3 against the righty. That is a blank. Bry, 6-5. Single center field. Money will score. Cecil Cooper, base running rating is a 3. Single to center. You take away 1 was a 2. The center fielder is Bunbury. You add 1. A 1-3. Cooper makes it to third. It is a 4. He holds it second. Bry gets to first. And the Brewers take a 3-2 lead in the top of the 12th. Forever Main says swing away and turned out to be the right decision. Stadium groans. Ugh. And that was Bry's first hit of the game. And runners still at first and second for Jim Wolford. And that's going to be it for Martinez, as they're going to take him out as a bunch of right-handers are coming up. And the Orioles, wow, they don't have that many right-handers in the bullpen? Really? Wow, bunch of lefties, except for Dennis Martinez. They're going to bring in Dennis Martinez to pitch now to the rights. Tim Pepper says he smells upset. That's a big RBI single by Steve Bry. 3-2 Brewers here in the top of the 12th. The infield is now halfway to try to turn 2. Jim Wolford comes up against Dennis Martinez now, who will take over to see if he can get out of the inning. 1 out. Let's see if anything on Strat, although there really isn't supposed to be. I'm not really supposed to roll for Strat because it's above, but we'll roll it in. Nope, no Strat. I'm going to call off the Strat. Martinez, 6-2, walk plus 10, and that becomes the 17, and he walks Wolford. And now the bases are loaded. The Brewers have a great opportunity to bust this game open. The batter is the catcher, Charlie Moore. Orioles borrow Padre uniforms for the day. Bases loaded. Charlie Moore, the batter. The Brewers are going to check the bench and see what they can do anything here. And Charlie Moore is going to come out of the game, and he's going to be replaced. Pinch hitter and since this is extra innings, I can bring in anybody I want. Jim Gantner will come in to pinch hit. Taking over at catcher will be Larry Haney. Haney will take over at catcher. And now Dennis Martinez has to deal with Jim Gantner. Martinez is going to come out as the Orioles are going to go back to the pen and bring in a lefty. And that will be, that's going to be Mike Flanagan. Starting pitcher, yes, but he's got relief out on there so I can use him. Mike Flanagan will come in to pitch against Jim Gantner. This is a big at bat. 1 out. They're going to call the infield in. Orioles cannot have any more runners come across. 3-2 Brewers, top of the 12th. Flanagan pitching to Gantner, pinch hitter. Flanagan's pitch, 6-6 against the lefty, strikeout chance, 17 too high. Gantner swings, 3-4, fly ball left field. Gantner has no sacrifice fly, so Cooper has to do it on his own. Base running rating is a 3. The ball is hit to left, and that is Kelly. He adds 1 to his arm. A 1-4, Cooper will score. It's a 1, he does. And that is a sacrifice fly for Cooper. He comes in to score. And that was a 1 that was rolled. Now, if that 3 roll is less than or equal to the trailing runner, Steve Bry's base run rating is a 2. That's a 3. Bry will hold at second base, but the run does come in to score on the throw home. It's now 4-2 Brewers with 2 outs now. Stadium groans. Ugh. Runners at first and second, and now the batter is Vaughn Joshua with 2 outs. Joshua is 1 for 4. They get the sacrifice fly, turns out. Now 4-2 Brewers. Flanagan's pitch. That's a 6-5. That's at the ballpark. Memorial Stadium, 2-5. Ground out at the catcher. Side retired. The Brewers get 2 runs on 3 hits and a walk. We go to the bottom of the 12th. 4-2 Brew Crew. Can they pull off a second upset? Larry Haney takes over at catcher. Pretty much the same rating as Moore. Bill Castro. And we're going to see a new pitcher for the Brewers. And leading off for the Orioles is supposed to be Pat Kelly. The Brewers are going to go to the pen, and they're going to try to close this game out. And they'll bring in a lefty if they can. I might not have any more lefties here available. And I do not. So in that case, then, they bring in their best right-hander. And Slayton pitched, so he's not available. Only the starters are not available for the next game. It's going to be up to Eduardo Rodriguez. They're going to call on him to pitch. 5-6, 4 saves, 4.35 ERA. Eduardo Rodriguez will glue it off to Pat Kelly in the bottom of the 12th, checking the Oriole bench. Kelly bats .256, and he's actually going to bat. Four to 2 Brewers. Can we see another upset? Rodriguez, 6-4, blank against the lefty. Kelly, 3-4, ground out to second base, 1 man down. And now Al Bumbry. Rodriguez, 2-5, that's a blank. Bumbry, 4-3, single past second base, base hit, tying run coming to the plate. The batter is Billy Smith. Now Smith's had a good game. He is 2 for 5 with a .215 average. Though I think they're going to bring in a pinch hitter. And they will, and he's a second baseman. So do I have another second baseman? I can use him. Yes. So coming on to pinch hit is going to be Terry Crowley. He bats .364. Of course, he only had 22 at bats, but in extra innings and the 9th inning, I can bring in the best hitters. Smith will come out. Rich Dower will take over at second base for him, in case this goes any further. Eduardo Rodriguez versus Terry Crowley with 1 out. Infield halfway. No strat roll. Rodriguez, 2-4. That's a home run check. That's a 14 crack. That ball is hit high. That ball is hit deep. Terry Crowley has tied this game up. 2-run homer. We're tied at 4. Rodriguez, 2-4 home run check against a righty of 17. That's a 14. Terry Crowley pinch hit home run. Are you kidding me? Stadium cheers. Yay! Brewers boot, Brewers bench groans. Terry Crowley pinch hit home run. We are tied at 4 here in the bottom of the 12th. As Forever Maine says, I can't believe what I just saw. The batter now is Ken Singleton. And still 1 out here in the bottom of the 12th. Singleton is 3 for 5. Rodriguez with the pitch. 3-4. That's a strikeout. A strikeout chance. 6 gets him. 2 down. And now Lee May. Rodriguez, 2-1 against the righty, strikeout chance. 15 will get him. Lee May against the righties, a 14, but +2 is 16. That's a 15. He strikes out May. But there is more baseball. 2 runs on 2 hits. At the end of 12, we're tied at 4. More free baseball. This game's not over. We go to the top of the 13th inning. Flanagan will pitch for the Orioles. Now I got to worry about pitchers. And the bench. Who leads off? Robin Yount leads off for the Brewers here in the top of the 13th inning. Brewers thought they had it. The Orioles said not quite yet. Robin Yount, 1 for 5. Flanagan, 3-1, walk plus 10, and that becomes a 23, and he will walk Robin Yount. So he walks the go-ahead run. The batter is Sal Bando. Infield halfway. No strat roll, although there is a pickoff chance. I'll just roll for that. Nope. Flanagan, 6-3, strikeout chance, 15 too high. Just beats Bando. Bando would have been a 14. Bando will swing. 2-3, ground out to short. Double play rating 2, +1 is 3, +1 is 4. Rich Dower has no pivot rating, so it's a 1 to 4. They turn 2. And it's a 6. They don't. The throw goes to first base to get Bando. It was rolled too slowly, but Yount moves into scoring position. And there's 1 out. The batter is Don Money. Money is 3 for 5 for the Brewers in this game. 2 singles and a homer. Infield normal. Flanagan will pitch. That's let me check a strat roll. That's a 4. No strike, nothing going on. No pickoff play. 3-5 on Flanagan. Strikeout chance, 9 against a lefty. That's going to get Money. Got him. 2 outs. Flanagan strikes out Money. And once again, the Brewers now call upon Cecil Cooper, who came in with a big hit last time. Flanagan on the mound. Yount. A roll for a pickoff. No pickoff. 2 outs. Flanagan pitches to Cooper. 4-6. Range play. Oh, boy. Cooper, 2-1. Ground ball to short. The ball is hit to Belanger, but his range is a 5. And he'll make it. Throws to first. Side retired. So for the Brewers, no runs, no hits. We go to the bottom of the 13th inning, tied at 4. Eduardo Rodriguez will pitch to Eddie Murray. He is not tired. He can pitch to at least another inning's worth. Flanagan, however, he's got pitched to 8 batters. He still has a little bit left in him. Bottom of the 13th, tied at 4. Rodriguez to Murray. Murray is 1 for 5. Rodriguez pitch. 4-4 against the switch hitter. That's a blank. Murray, 6-3, base hit. He gets a single past first base, and the Orioles have the winning run on base. That is Murray's 3rd hit of the game. The batter now is Dave Skaggs. Infield halfway. I'll check for pickoff. No pickoff. A 2 came up, though. That could be a possible hit and run, but not with Murray. If he strikes out, he's a dead duck at second, so no. Rodriguez will pitch to Skaggs. Infield halfway. Here's the pitch from Rodriguez. 4-4 against a righty. That's a walk plus 10. That's a 21 on Skaggs, 8 on the die. And now Eddie Murray is in scoring position. And now the batter is Doug DeCinces. They're going to stick with Rodriguez to try to get it done. Tied at 4. Bottom of the 13th inning. Orioles were down 4-2 in the bottom of the 12th. A home run. A pinch hit home run by Crowley. Ties at 4. Now the Orioles are in a one good hit away from winning it. Checking a pickoff. None. Rodriguez. Pitch. 1-1. Strikeout chance. 2 gets him. He strikes out to Sensei. 1 out. And now Mark Belanger. Pickoff chance. None. Rodriguez. Pitch. 3-1 against the righty. Strikeout plus 10. And that's going to be a 21. Belanger goes down on strikes. 2 outs. You got to be kidding me. And now the batter, Pat Kelly. Pickoff attempt. 5, nothing going on. Rodriguez. Runners at first and second, no outs. Now 2 strikeouts, 2 outs. Can Pat Kelly win this game for Baltimore? Rodriguez, 2-5. That's a blank. Kelly, 5-3. Ground ball to second base. We got more baseball. No runs and a hit after 13. We're still tied at 4. This is now turning out to be maybe the craziest game of inside pitch I've played yet. This is the game that doesn't end. This that goes on and on, my friend. Top of the 14th inning. We're going to see a new pitcher. Flanagan is done. Sixto Lezcano leads off for the Brewers. And coming into pitch is going to be Scott McGregor. And he's going to have to stay out there as long as he can. Because all I got left is starters, and I will use them if I'm all done with relief pitchers. Top of the 14th, tied at 4. Scott McGregor now pitching against Sixto Lezcano. Crazy game. McGregor will pitch. 5-3. Strikeout chance. 6 gets him. 1 out. And now Steve Bry. McGregor, 5-2, blank. Bry, 1-1, fly out to left. Two down. And the batter now, Jim Wolford. McGregor, 3-3, strikeout chance, 10. That's going to get him. That's a 9, plus 2 is 11. He gets Wolford. Struck him out, side retired. A 1-2-3 inning for McGregor. Bottom of the 14th coming up, tied at 4. We'll see a new pitcher for the Brewers as well. Al Bunbury leading off. The Brewers bullpen still loaded, has some pitchers in it. Got a left, right, and a switch. Who are they going to bring in? They are going to bring in. They're going to bring in Larry Sorensen. He will pitch for the Brewers. Top of the order for the Orioles, Al Bunbury. Sorensen, 1-5. That's a blank. Bunbury, 2-6. Single into center field. Base hit. Bunbury holds at first base. You're thirsty. Beer cereals close after the 7th. Bunbury gets a base hit. He'll go to first. That is Bunbury's second hit of the game. The batter now is the second baseman, Rich Dower, who came in to replace Billy Smith. Infield halfway. You know what? I'm going to check for Strat. 7. 3. Nope, no Strat roll. Sorensen will pitch to Dower. That's a 2-4. That's a strikeout chance. 4. That's going to get him. He strikes out Dower. 1 out. And now Ken Singleton. Singleton is 3 for 6. Strat, 10. Nothing happening. Sorensen, 1-5. Blank. Singleton, 6-5. Single past second base. Base hit. Al Bunbury's base running rating is a 4. He will make it to third. And the winning run is 90 feet away. Base hit for Singleton. And now a chance for Lee May. And the infield is in with 1 out. Can this finally do it? Al Bunbury 90 feet away. Let's see what's on Strat. It's a 3. Bunbury. You're not going to do it. You don't do a hit and run. Runners at first and third. There is no steal. May gets the hit. Runners at the corners. Outfield in 2. There is no setup for outfield in or outfield out. You probably could make up a rule which maybe would take away, which probably wouldn't decrease the base running ability. But since Chris Davis of Inside Pitch has not created an outfield in or outfield deep, I'm not going to create my own just to change it. So it is what it is. Runners at the corners. Lee May, the batter. Fans here at Memorial Stadium on their feet. Infield in. Sorensen will pitch. 3-6. Home run chance. 17 against a righty. That's a 20. Crack. That ball is hit high. That ball is hit deep. That ball is gone. Lee May, walk-off home run. Orioles win. Against a righty, a home run check on a 3-6 is a homer. You go right to May with a 20, no adjustment. 17, May cracks this out. 7-4, Orioles win. Walk-off home run. What a way to end the game. Lee May hit 27 of them, and he gets 1 here as the Orioles win the game 7-4 on a 3-run jack by May. What a game. Larry Sorensen knows he gave it up. It's just a hard luck loss for the Brewers, but they gave this Baltimore Orioles team everything they could handle. Three runs for Baltimore on 3 hits, but the big hit was a solo jack. And I'll give you guys a final line score here in a second. As Tim Pepper says, Earl says, I told you so. 2, 3, 4, 7. No errors. 14, 15, 18. 10 errors. For the Baltimore Orioles, 7 runs, 18 hits, no errors. For the Brewers, 4 runs, 7 hits, no errors, which tells me that the Orioles had left so many runners on base. The winning pitcher is Scott McGregor. He gets the win. And, of course, Larry Sorensen will take the loss. What a ball game here. Yep, that Forever Maine says it. We'll call it an RJL special. And, boy, I get him sometimes. Jeez, what a game. Can't believe it, but sometimes they go that way. You never know. Sometimes we get the blowouts. Sometimes we get the bleh kind of games. And then sometimes you get this. And that's great because you want to see games like that once in a while. That's enough. Tim Pepper, Forever Maine 90, Philip Reynolds, Donald Cummings, Michael Peterson, Lucas McCain, thank you all for joining me at Memorial Stadium. The Orioles move on. They will play the Dodgers coming up in the 3rd round. Meanwhile, tonight, we got more baseball. We got the Astros taking on the Dodgers in 1985 Payoff Pitch. Have that game probably around 8 or probably around 7:30 or so after college football. Join me then for that. Anyway, thank you all for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this game. I certainly did. And we'll see you again soon. Stay safe, healthy, smart, and strong. Orioles over the Brewers in 14 innings, 7-4, a walk-off shot by 3-run jack by Lee May. Take care, everyone. Have a good one.